Hello, I'm Nathan,
And I'm Ben.
and this is our third podcast, and we are today talking about the Grand Prix at the weekend, which was the first of the season in Melbourne, Albert Park. We are going to be talking about the drivers we think did well, and the ones that we think did not so well, and what happened throughout the rest of the weekend. So we'll start by asking Ben, who do you think was the best driver of the weekend?
For me, it's got to be Vettel. He did very well in qualifying and the race to just storm away from the pack. And in qualifying, he was amazing. What about you?
Sergio Perez, first race in Formula One ever. Fairly good qualifying, finished sixth.
He
So,
did finish seventh, but after the race, he got
yeah,
disqualified.
yeah, but it wasn't really his fault indirectly. So I think he was the best driver of the weekend.
Um,
Really.
yeah, okay.
Who do you think was the most unlucky driver of the weekend?
Well, it's got to be Perez, really, isn't it? He did very well.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then he got disqualified.
So I don't know. I think I'd say Button really, because Massa was being quite rude actually.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. So
He,
for the
he was
first,
defending fairly, and then he cut the
for the
corner.
next two
It was
laps,
his fault.
he was
Jensen
fairly
Button.
rude, and I think Massa knew what he was doing. To be honest,
Yeah, defending.
yeah. Well, I don't think it was right, really. Uh,
Okay, so we'll
I don't.
start talking about qualifying, shall we?
Yeah, if you want, whatever you like. So Vettel, well, it was easy, really. Second in the end, clear.
Yeah, yeah,
Any you
and
can elaborate on that?
yeah, he was he was second by over 8 tenths, I think. So he was very quick indeed. Yeah,
Um,
no, 5 tenths was his quickest lap.
no Kers.
No curves.
Uh, and everyone
He
else,
got into the 123. He's the only driver that did that over the whole weekend, even in the race. So
and everybody else did actually have Kers. So that system's obviously not appealing yet enough.
no,
It's not really making the sport
Christian
any more
Horner didn't decide to come on the car with that.
interesting. And after the first qualifying after Q1, it looked pretty much like back to the old last year's results again, really, didn't it?
Yeah,
Same order, same teams in the same
Q1.
places.
Spaniard didn't actually get into the race because they're so poor.
Well,
Uh,
they were at the
New
back anyway,
107th,
all year
7th,
anyway. Continue.
and Barrichello didn't get in either. Nor did Nick Heidfeld. So
Well, Barrichello got all out of shape, didn't he? Down to at turn three. So he clipped the grass and spun away, didn't he? So that one was his fault, driver error.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
the Ferraris
I was
weren't.
actually I was actually quite surprised that Heidfeld didn't get in.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah, that's a poor result from him because he has got quite a lot of experience over Petrov. Say, uh, Renault chose him thinking he would be the, the reliable driver, and he's wow. I mean, I think they're probably a bit worried now for the next few races.
Actually, what I do say, I've changed my mind for my driver of the weekend. It's got to be Vitali Petrov. Finished third.
Oh yeah.
First ever podium. He's
Uh,
done it for
um,
Russia.
um, well, after what we said in a previous video about the drivers, really, I felt we said he was the ideal driver for that job there, and obviously not now after this weekend's performance.
Well, I wouldn't say that too eagerly because it's only his first race, even
Uh,
though he is very experienced. We'll see what he does next race, I suppose.
well, the thing is, though, we saw Petrov say coming third. I mean, you can't really argue that the car's obviously good enough, so that he should be a lot higher than he was.
The car is actually very good this season. He just did a poor qualifying, so
You heard any of the reasons why the McLarens dropped off from the practice 2 to the qualifying this weekend?
no, not really. They're just getting grips to the car. They put a new set on the car, new package. So no, I don't know why that is, but in qualifying they did quite well.
Wow.
And then
Compared to the practice 1 though, or practice 2, they weren't really that.
well, they come second and fourth in qualifying. That's
Yeah,
good.
but it's not as good as first and third, really, is it? Not considering the Red Bulls weren't really there for the practice.
Wow. Yeah, well.
Well. Right.
Do you want to go on to the race then? Talk about the race?
Go on a bit of racing, shall we? Well, the only thing you can say about Vettel really was smooth from the start to the finish. Didn't lose.
Very consistent.
Lost his lead once, and that was when he went in the pits. Nothing else to say about him there, is there?
Massa got the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah. No, the Ferraris have looked pretty naff all weekend, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, fourth and seventh. Seventh is pretty bad, actually.
Yeah, well, they're a top 3 team. They're one of the top 3, apparently. Obviously not anymore. Well, we spoke about Button earlier on. I think he did quite well in the end.
Yeah, sixth. That's not bad, is it? 8 points.
Had the drive-through penalty. He's got points. He's behind a Red Bull, which is Webber by 2 points.
And the funny thing about that is, he was ahead of Massa.
Yeah.
Yeah, after what happened in the beginning.
Yeah. So, Massa's obviously let himself down a little bit there, actually. And then, I suppose, Hamilton, the same really as Vettel. He was smoothish. He was catching him up through the first phase of the race. And then it all went a bit pear-shaped for him.
Yeah,
Just
not good.
couldn't keep up anymore. Lost it there, really. Petrov, third, the driver of the day, really, I think.
Yeah, I completely forgot about him earlier. I don't know why. Done a very good race, actually.
Well, he was nice and quiet, really. He didn't get involved with anything at all, did he? Really, just nice and smooth.
At the end of the race, Hamilton had a problem with his
Under the plank on the bottom of the car, yeah.
yeah. And they said they'd disqualify him, but we haven't heard anything yet.
No,
so
I think
still got.
I think they'll get away with that. I don't think it was that badly damaged, was it? Well,
No, as we said earlier, Perez and Kobayashi got disqualified, and the new racer Paul di Resta come up and got some points.
to be fair, Kobayashi and Perez are actually really good as well for the race. It was quite good for them because they're not a really high ranking team. If we're fair, Sauber, they're middle to back of the field really, and it was quite an impressive display from them. I can't really think of anything else. It wasn't really that good, was it? Both.
No, it was quite a boring race considering it's the first one, and everyone loves Melbourne normally. But
Both Williams disqualified. Did not finish in the end.
yeah, they didn't finish. One of them crashed out, which was Barrichello. And I can't remember what happened to Maldonado.
I think he had a failure of some kind. Well, really, it wasn't. It was, yeah, as you say, it wasn't really a very good race in the end. I don't think. I think I've seen better races, to be honest, as the first race of the season. We saw the DRS system.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to explain that to everyone?
Oh, it's a drag reduction system. There's the wing on the back car. They press a button when they're on a straight, 1 second behind the person in front of them, and it lifts a flap. Air goes through that, so it stops drag.
Reduces the drag. Yeah.
Makes it good.
Yeah. Most on the more efficient versions of that, it can give you up to up to 15 kilometers an hour extra, which is a fair amount, really, when you're hitting top speeds.
There's only one overtake with it though, and that's Jenson Button.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, talking about how well he did, I think to keep his cool, really, because Massa was being fair but rude, really. I think he did well not to lose his temper in the end.
Yep.
Yeah, he did quite well.
Well, he's got a cool head normally, hasn't he?
Yeah,
When he's driving in this car.
He's kept cool during the majority of the race. Okay, so once more, your driver of the Grand Prix, the race, not the whole weekend, just the race.
Petrov.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. And on that note, well, actually, one more thing is that Petrov's never been on the podium before in Formula One. He didn't know where to park his car. He parked straight behind Sebastian Vettel, not in the third position.
When he turned in to try and get in, I don't think he could fit.
Stand.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, on that bombshell, it is goodbye.
Can I just say thank you to everyone that's been emailing us and commenting on the blog. We do like it if you do that, and if you can comment and like on this video, subscribe as well. We would like that, and we haven't planned the video, so it's a bit bad.
And the URL for our technology blog is Ben, no capitals, hyphen, Nathan, no capitals again, hyphen, techstop.blogspot.com.
Yes, he's done it. Last time he couldn't do it. We do plan to do these every day after the
Every Grand Prix weekend we plan on making one. We may have... Ooh, get a bit excited.
Carry on.
Why, thank you. We are probably going to do a little journey to the Gadget Show podcast, maybe. See what fun we get up to on the trip.
Oh yeah, I'll bring my new flip camera that I've never used yet.
We'll be using, Ben will be testing his flip camera out on, recording on some products. And, yeah, that's...
We'll get the review up, you guys. Keep forgetting.
That's probably about it now. Thank you for all the regular viewers to the blog. You guys know you are. You're helping us keep going. We are a young blog, as we've mentioned on there many times. The more you come back, the more we'll post. And that really is the final bombshell. So, from me, Nathan.
And me, Ben.
It's goodbye.
Good
night.